Well, hey friends, and welcome back. You guys ready for a non-audio or electrical video? We're headed down to Charlotte. That's right. Your boy, who knows absolutely nothing about sports, is going to a sports trade show for college football coaches. And I just thought, it's case related. We've been doing Ask a Case Guy videos lately. And I figured if I was already going to video the walk around of this trailer just to show any damage or anything before we take it back because it's a rental, why not YouTube it? Because ABC, always be contentin'. So what we're up to this week is today is Friday. I don't know the date, but it is January in 2025. We were headed down to we were in Nashville last year. We were at Charlotte this year. And apparently we're supposed to get a bit of a snowstorm tonight and an ice storm tomorrow, and we load in. So basically, Sweet Eddie D and I are getting up tomorrow morning at 6 and driving straight to Charlotte for 10 hours. Hooray! And loading the show in. Hooray! So figured since the weather might be interesting, the show might be interesting, and there's some case-related content, why not document the process? So I'll catch you guys when there's something else interesting to film. Hey Ed, I'm YouTubing. Say hi.
Hi.
We just crossed over into West Virginia. So that's what we're dealing with in West Virginia.
Things we do for work.
It's, what time is it?
8:48 in the morning.
8:48 in the morning on a Saturday, cruising along at old double nickels. Actually, we're going 60, but it's more fun to say double nickels.
Yeah, so we get more snow to come, unfortunately.
Well, check that out. We just got clipped somewhere in West Virginia because some dude had to pass us on a bridge because God forbid. So that's what our mirror looks like right now. And thank God, somewhere in West Virginia, we just found the world's biggest Napa. So stand by. Ed, say your line.
I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I wasn't thinking that. Lug nut.
Yeah,
Fixed it. And in the words of dads nationwide, thing ain't going nowhere. I think we were trying to get extra credit by having a little lower marker light there, but that's what we're up to. So I don't know. We're at a Napa in West Virginia with Napa brand duct tape. Can we call it West Virginia Chrome?
Yeah,
Is that an offensive term?
Kentucky Chrome, but when in Rome.
All right, well, we'll see how she do. Well, we made it about 5 miles down the road before we realized that the fulcrum point of the mirror here was messing with us. So, in the words of dads nationwide, that thing ain't going nowhere. So, welcome to someplace in West Virginia. I have absolutely no idea where we're at, but I'm going to keep using truck driver lingo in this video. We're sucking up a little bit of go-go juice here, and then we're going to get back on the road. So, man, that thing, what it lacks in beauty, certainly makes up for in style. And just remember, if this was on an airplane, this would be called speed tape. Well, we're coming up to, Summersville,
Yeah.
West Virginia? And it's snowing. And our duct-taped mirror is doing just fine. And we are dealing with a lovely blend of people who are kind of all over the road. We're going about 45 miles an hour, so by this time we should probably get to Charlotte next week. But here's your midway through West Virginia report. Welcome to Virginia! I think we're in Virginia. Are we?
We crossed North Carolina.
We're about, I know we're 2 hours out.
Not quite to North Carolina.
We're still in Virginia?
Welcome to Virginia.
Virginia. Our gaff-taped mirror is doing the Lord's work back there. The roads are relatively dry, as you can see. So, though I think we're 9 hours in?
A little over 8.
So,
My toggle tracker is going. We're at 8:08.
We're at 8:08. We are banging like an 808. So anyway, there's Virginia. It's snowing. It's dry. We're gonna try to make up some time, and hopefully we can get to the convention center before they close at 6. Hooray! We'll check back in. Well, welcome to the Charlotte Convention Center. It looks like every arena loading dock ever. So in case y'all were wondering, welcome to Charlotte. Well, I think this could be my finest work yet. The only thing that I think it doesn't do quite right is it's duct tape and not gaff tape. But when a snowplow hits your mirror in the middle of West Virginia and you're on your way to Charlotte, the only thing to do is duct tape a truck mirror that you buy at 9 in the morning from Napa in West Virginia. Let's go. Well, here's what the booth looks like. This is the end of day 1. I tried to get video yesterday, and we were so frantically getting things set up that we didn't have a chance. So here is the debated power case that caused so much ruckus on the internet. So much. We've got our double outdoor monitor lift case, which I think is pretty cool. Our iPad charging case, the ever popular fridge, microwave, Keurig sound system, a football launching machine, and a football helmet charging case. That's right. And, if you guys want to know what 100,000 square feet of general amounts of football things, including powders, elixirs, weights, performance-enhancing software. This is what AFCA looks like, and this is how we sell our wares to the sports communities. You ready for dinner, Ed? I think he's ready. I am too. So we're finally done with the show. Yeah, Kyle. And we're waiting for the Hendrick Motorsports NASCAR BuildSubmarines.com thing. And this is the least favorite part about the show. Oh, check out our shiny new mirror that was $900. Thank you. So we're just waiting for everybody else to get out of here. So the name of the game is wait in line and then hurry up and throw cases in the back of the truck as fast as humanly possible. So now you guys know what the basement of the Charlotte Convention Center looks like. Oh, also, we rock little trees, cinnamon apple. All right, so we're back. The NASCAR guys have to take the tires off to put the car in the trailer. We had to roll the windows up because those impact drivers are really loud. And I don't know what we're waiting for. Kyle brings up an excellent point. Don't they do that stuff in like 16 seconds?
Got the C team working today.
Yeah, the C sharp team for our music fans out there. That's pretty cool though.
Middle jazz.
Middle jazz.
He's batted down.
All right. Well, everything is loaded out and welcome to North Carolina. We're headed home. And it is a balmy 48 degrees here, which is summer as far as I'm concerned. Trade show loadout went well, boys.
Absolutely. Record time.
A resounding, yeah, we got out of there in an hour and 15 minutes, which is pretty good. So the interesting thing about North Carolina is we did some Googling on what Cookout is. This was not a restaurant that I was familiar with. It's a funny logo. I said, what is the deal with Cookout? 40 shakes? 40 shakes. Anyway, well, welcome to West Virginia, 32 degrees. Virginia was not that much different than North Carolina, but a couple of tunnels. And look, it's winter wonderland again. Oh, this is cool. We started filming at a good time. Look how pretty these trees are.
They're pretty. So nice. We sound like a trade show.
Yeah, we've been screaming for the past 2 days, talking to people for 8 hours. 8 hours a day, everybody lost their voice. Nobody's sick yet, though.
Yeah.
So that's good.
This is nice though.
It is indeed.
Very pretty.
We need some gas soon.
Yeah.
This truck is thirsty. We're getting about 8 miles in the gallon.
That's about what I get too.
And we'll see. Yeah, except one takes 87 and the other one takes Miller Lite. All right.
Which is only 90 calories.
I'll check it. Welcome to where are we? Tamarack? Tamarack, New Jersey, or West Virginia. And we were just left the bougiest restaurant ever. It is very nice.
It was exceptional.
We are currently parking in bus parking, though we are not a bus. And we are here with 4-ish hours to go home. It is cold. It is West Virginia. And actually, John Denver did play while we were in there.
It's dark. We've got a full tank of gas.
We're wearing sunglasses. Look at our rig that is completely dirty, except for this one brand new $900 mirror. Well, somehow this channel has turned into a vlog channel. So long story long, or I should say, we got home safe and sound, as you can see, back in the shop. I am now frantically wiring things that I've been getting a hard time for because I wasn't in this shop building things and was at a trade show. So, alas, if you're waiting for your stuff, I'm making it. I swear. I've got about 20 confidence monitors to build. So here's the trip recap. So I hope you guys enjoyed our MacGyver action. There was a lot of on your feet thinking that had to happen through many portions of it. So here's some back end drama. So when we got to Charlotte, what we basically did with the mirror was Sweet Ed was Googling Dodge dealerships in Charlotte, so that when we got there, we could load the show in, drop the truck off, and then pray that we can get a replacement mirror in 2 days. So, we had where the damage happened, we were about an hour south of Pittsburgh, just getting into West Virginia. So we had from West Virginia to Charlotte, which just took forever because there were probably 2 or 3 inches of unplowed slush on the road. So we basically drove from Youngstown, Ohio to Charlotte at about, I would say we probably averaged 50 miles an hour kind of thing, which was not fun because I drive very fast. My speeding ticket records will prove that to show you that that's correct. So what we did was we found a dealership. We found a Dodge dealership that was, we looked for the one that was like the closest proximity to downtown Charlotte. And whatever the road we were on just has like a ton of car dealerships on there. So we found a Dodge dealership. It was like a big enough Dodge dealership. So we called them on Saturday, kind of told them what our situation was, where it's like, we're in from out of town, we're going to be here for a couple of days. Can you get me a replacement mirror? And because although our solution wasn't ideal, it was working. We were driving. I would have driven home to get myself home with that completely taped up mirror. So we dropped it off so what we did was we got to the convention center at about 5:30. We had until 6 o'clock to load the show in, so we loaded that in. Begged, borrowed, and steeled to stay till about 6:30. So we got it as done as we possibly could. We got it about as done as we possibly could on Saturday. We parked the trailer at the NASCAR Hall of Fame parking lot. And then we drove the truck to the Dodge dealership. Oh, just in case you're wondering what I'm up to, check it out. This little power box that we make. So if you want to bring power into your case, this is the LM way, the overkill way. Well, the appropriate amount of kill. So we dropped the trailer off at the NASCAR Hall of Fame parking lot. And we drove to the Dodge dealership, which was about, 25 minutes outside of the city, which, we were in downtown Charlotte. So, not really expecting there to be a Dodge dealership in downtown Charlotte. So dropped it off. It was a Dodge Jeep dealership. We talked to them. They knew our situation. They're like, we're going to do our best. So we drop it off. We Uber back. There's a steak restaurant. We stay at the Aloft Hotel in downtown Charlotte. There's a cool little steakhouse that's attached to there. Ed and I have had, this would be our second year of mandates at I think that place is called Fleming's. Very good steakhouse in downtown. The bartender was there from where we were there 2 years ago. He remembered us. We had a great time. And then we both went to bed and just absolutely collapsed because, man, that was a heck of a day. So we do the show, pretty much uneventful. The dealership was cool. They had basically, like, to get those tow mirrors on, you have to take the whole door apart. So, I followed up with them on Monday. They were like, yep, we've got the whole door apart. The truck's inside. Oh, wait, I forgot a good part. So on Monday, when I was calling to check and see, it's like, hey, do you have tracking information on the part? He said, man, the key that you sent me or that you dropped off is not the right key to the truck. And I'm like, no, it's the right key. He goes, well, we're in the truck and it's not working. And it's like, well, sometimes it's a little weird. Like, the battery, if it's in your coat pocket or something like that, like if you try too many times to start the truck, it won't work. And you just have to touch the key fob to like the start button. I'm like, did you try that? And he goes, yeah, we tried that. It's still not starting. You gave us the wrong key. And I'm like, man, I didn't give you the wrong key. This is the only Dodge dealership, or this is the only Dodge vehicle that I own. Which I'm sure any car guys out there are saying, ooh, you mean you're having electrical problems with a Dodge vehicle? Tell me more. I drove a Dodge Ram 10 years before that. When we bought a shop truck, I asked for a Ford. They got me a Dodge. I guess that's the closest thing they had to a Ford. But, the guy was like going back and forth with me. He was like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't start your truck. And I kind of politely, maybe not so politely said, I said, I at some point I have to default to you, the Dodge dealer. If this happened in any parking lot other than your parking lot, I would have it towed to you to figure out. And he goes, well, okay, I'll see what I can do to get this truck started. So it turns out that there were two 2021 Rams with 4 doors, white, and 8-foot beds. Not the most common truck in the history of the world, so maybe we should have played the lottery that day. So he texted me back and said, oh man, I guess I should have looked at the service report because yours is the one with the broken mirror. Now granted, I had been talking to this guy since Saturday. This was Monday. We were, talking about this. I feel like that's kind of an eventful thing if you're a service guy at a dealership, for somebody to come in from out of town with a duct-taped semi-truck mirror on your truck. A white 4-door, 3/4 ton, 8-foot bed truck with a cap on it. That truck sticks out like a sore thumb. So much so, we nicknamed it Moby on this trip because it's the big white whale. So he's like, oh, sorry, I should have read your service report. It's the one, I forgot you had the one with the broken mirror. It's like, yeah. So we get going. Tuesday morning rolls around. I text him first thing, and it's just like, hey, man, just checking to see how we're doing. If I can't get a truck from you, I have to get a U-Haul so that I can get our trailer from the NASCAR Hall of Fame, load our booth, pull our trailer out, and then, sit in a hotel room until this thing is done. Me and 2 other guys that LM is paying for, so I really wasn't looking forward to that. So he called me back and he goes, so about 10 o'clock, the show went down at noon. So at 10 o'clock, he's like, hey man, your truck's done. We found a couple of other service items that need to be addressed. So if you want us to take care of those before you pick it up, just let me know. And I'm like, that's weird. because before we left for this 20-hour round trip of pulling a trailer through the mountains, we put new tires on the truck and we did a full service on it. And by full service, I mean we changed the oil, we changed the transmission fluid, we changed the diff fluid, we changed the transfer case fluid. I mean, we changed the cabin air filter. Like, we did everything above and beyond to make sure that this truck was going to be good, because, you know, we had about 4,000 pounds of cases in the back, plus 3 guys, plus, you know, the weight of whatever the weight the trailer is. So it's like, you know, obviously we want to be safe. We don't want to break down. Who would have thought we would have lost a mirror? So the guy sends me this service report back for $1,000. And he said, we recommend that you change the oil, change the transmission fluid, change the differential fluid, change the cabin air filter. So I have to ask myself, like, did you look up the VIN? Because we had to give you the VIN like 4 different times. Did you look it up? Because if you did, you would have seen on the Carfax report, because we got the work done at another Dodge dealership in town, you know, that all that work was done. So it's like, so who's lying to me? You know, is the thing that's going across my mind right now. It's like, who's lying to me? Is it our Dodge dealership that we bought the truck from, and we've had we have every oil change and stuff done there, or the out-of-towner who's trying to, you know, get the guy who's desperate? So that was the only thing that sort of rubbed me a little wrong, was that of like, they completely were trying to screw me for another $1,000, you know, because the mirror was like $960. Oh, and they charged me a $30 credit card transaction fee. So after all of that, it's like, really? So we get I pick up the truck. I brought Kyle with me because I needed somebody huge with muscle, because, you know, I didn't know what we were gonna deal with at the dealership, knowing that they tried to hustle me for another $1,000 for fluids that I already changed. Part of me wanted to do it, and I wanted to like mess with the mechanics and be like, so what'd that diff fluid look like? Pretty nasty, huh? Although, I don't know, maybe I got hustled by my local dealership. I don't know. I'm certainly not gonna pop the diff cover on my truck. So we get back to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and this dude who was working at that parking lot looked like an alien. And what I mean by that is he had like the MIA, like Charlie XCX, like flat, super hip sunglasses. He had a balaclava on, so it was this black balaclava that was covering up to here, up to his eyes. So he had crazy like Future Man sunglasses on, a balaclava that's going up to here, a black stocking cap over that, black sunglasses, and he had these silver Apple headphones, like the over-the-ear ones. I roll in there, and that dude must have asked me what, like 100 times. I told him, like, hey man, you know, we just got off the phone with, you know, because we prepaid for parking a couple of weeks ago, because, you know, driving a truck like that to a downtown as a former New Yorker, it's like I was stressing pretty hard about parking. So it's just like, where the heck am I going to put a 14-foot trailer in an 8-foot 4-door truck? So I knew that it was going to be weird. So we arranged it like a week before with, you know, the trade show company. And they're like, yep, no problem. Obviously, you're not the only person doing that. You park at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. It's great. So this dude with my truck, it was just like, hey man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What? I'm like, take your headphones off. It's like, just got me up out the chair for this. It's been a bit of a journey. So guy gets there. He's like, yeah, I don't have any record of you paying. Like, you have to pay. I'm like, I already paid. He goes, well, I need an invoice. I'm like, here you go. I had it in my email. It's no big deal. We went through this whole thing. There's a fee for getting the trailer out. I'm like, no, there's not. I prepaid. I talked to a lady on the phone. Everything's cool. He's like, so finally, it took me like a half an hour to get this guy to let me take the truck out. Hang on, I'm getting a call. I'm quite right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. One of the many people that are after me for project management and where's my stuff. So we finally get the truck out. And the irony to get out of this place and to get into this place when you're that big is they have like a chain link fence. Like, you know, one of these kind of things you have to open up. So, you know, one of their guys let us in on Saturday night. So he finally lets us out. And the thing that's going through my mind is, you wrote Oh, so I should say we get into the queue, we go into the convention center, we pull out, and we see on the side of the truck that there's a ticket. Like, like a parking violation thing that's like, you are parked here illegally, you have to pay this fine and the daily fee. So I'm like, so now I have to fight this. Like, that's where I'm at. There is no more story after that. We have to fight this because it's a rental trailer. It's not our trailer. And it's going to go back to the rental company. So it's like, the thing that kills me about that is like, if you had half a brain, I mean, again, I'm dealing with somebody who wouldn't take his noise canceling headphones off to talk to me and then said he couldn't hear me. So obviously we're dealing with a pure, high-ranking member of Mensa. But, the thing that kills me about it is it's like, how did you think I got this thing in here? So this dude, I'm assuming it's this dude, wrote me a ticket for a trailer that's in the parking lot. Like, that's the only way you can get it in, is through that slidey gate thing that somebody has to manually unlock with a padlock. Like, it's not like you drive through the gate and didn't get a ticket and then you need a ticket to exit kind of parking lot. It's like, so long story long, we got home without an issue. Safe drive home. Got home at I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock on Wednesday morning, without much of an issue. The LM crew boys unloaded the trailer. I still have to drop it off, so I have not yet dropped the trailer off. I am finishing this project, so the hardware boys can get these confidence monitor boxes installed in the morning. So I don't know, maybe this is the last of the video, maybe there'll be more. Hopefully there won't be any more. So we got to get this rocking because today's Thursday, the 16th, and we have a live from LM session that's happening on Saturday. So I got to prep for that tomorrow night. And then we are leaving for NAMM on Wednesday of next week. So I booked a lot of stuff right in a row, and I shouldn't have done that. But what are you going to do? This is the life that we all choose. So I know that this isn't, an audio show me how to program, how to patch, how to wire video, but figured all of you road dogs out there would appreciate my plight of of towing a trailer down to Charlotte and doing a show. So I don't know if you guys like this kind of content or not, but at this point I've just gone into the voyeur nature of my life and putting it on YouTube, and then also the masochistic nature of putting my electrical projects on YouTube. So figured you guys would dig that story. And if you don't, I'm sure you tell me in the comment section. So anyway, I'm gonna obviously shoot a video on the behind the scenes on the live from LM session, which you guys should check those out. A lot of those are really, I think they're cool. I think they sound really good for a band in a warehouse. Yeah, check those out. Link up there. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one. And if you're going to be at NAMM, which I assume some of you will be, shoot me an email, BillyLaGuardia.com. Love to maybe meet some of you. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.